A house on a quiet street in Nantes, France. Flowers filled the front garden. A cross hung above the front door. 5 bikes stood neatly by the fence. 5 bikes. Then, on April 21st, 2011, the neighbors noticed something strange. The lights stayed off. No one came outside, no sounds came from the house. Even the 2 little dogs that barked at everything were silent. The neighbors became worried and called the police. Officers walked through the front door. What they found inside would shock all of France, and the family's name was Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès. Even his name sounded important, like old money, like he came from a rich and powerful family. That was exactly the image he wanted people to believe. Xavier was 50 years old. He was friendly, good-looking, the kind of man who remembered your name, asked about your family, and made you feel important. Later in life, he became deeply religious. He went to church every week. He joined prayer groups. There was a cross hanging on the wall in every room. His wife, Agnès, was kind, quiet, and respected by everyone who knew her. They had been married for more than 20 years. Together they had 4 children. Arthur was 21, Thomas was 18, Anne was 16, Benoit was only 13 years old. From the outside, they looked like the perfect family. A happy home, a happy life. But behind closed doors, everything was falling apart. No one knew the truth. Xavier's business had completely failed. He had been hiding it for years. He lied to his wife, he lied to his children, he lied to his friends. Every morning, he left the house dressed for work, but there was no business, no success, no money. He made up business meetings. He acted like he was closing important deals. But it was all a lie. The successful life everyone believed he had never really existed. Few weeks before April 2011, Xavier did something that shocked investigators. He wrote letters, not just one, several. He mailed them to friends, family members, and even to his children's schools. The letters said the family was moving to the United States. Xavier claimed he had been chosen by the DEA, an American law enforcement agency, for a secret mission. He said they would be difficult to contact for a while. He told everyone not to worry. He did not run away in panic. He planned everything first. He gave people a reason not to look for his family. This was not someone who acted without thinking. This was someone who had a plan. When police entered the house on April 21st, they noticed something strange. The house was spotless, almost too spotless. It looked like someone had worked very hard to clean every room. The officers searched the backyard, under the patio, beneath freshly laid concrete. They started digging. Then they made a terrible discovery. They found Agnès, then Arthur, Thomas, Anne, and Benoit. All 5 had been shot. Each one had been carefully wrapped before being buried beneath the family's own backyard. The 2 dogs were buried there too. Investigators later discovered that the killings had happened between April 3rd and April 5th. That meant Xavier had stayed inside the house for more than 2 weeks after their deaths. He ate, he slept, he lived his normal daily life, all while 5 graves lay beneath his feet. He had bought the concrete before the killings. He rented the tools he needed. Some reports even said he continued going to church during those 2 weeks. This was not someone acting without thinking. Everything appeared to have been carefully planned. When he was finished, he cleaned the house, walked out the front door, and disappeared. By the time police knew Xavier was the main suspect, he had already been gone for 17 days. His car was later found in the south of France, close to the Italian border. After that, nothing, no money was taken from his bank account. His phone stopped working. There was no record of him crossing any border, no confirmed sightings. It was as if he had vanished. Soon, Interpol joined the search. His face appeared on newspaper front pages across France. Police officers all over Europe were looking for him, but Xavier was nowhere to be found. The questions quickly began. Did he escape into Italy? Did he flee to South America? Was someone helping him hide? Or did he go into the woods and never return? Was his body still out there somewhere? While police were looking for a man who might already be dead, no one knew, and even today, no one knows for sure. Many people who have studied this case believe Xavier is still alive. They believe the letters prove he planned everything long before the murders. Maybe he saved money in secret. Maybe he created a new identity. Maybe he planned an escape that left no trace. If that is true, he could still be living somewhere today, under a different name, in a different country, living a completely different life. And only he knows the truth. But not everyone agrees. Some experts believe something much darker happened. People close to Xavier said he had changed in the months before April 2011. He spoke more about religion. He talked about the end of the world. He talked about what happens after death. Some experts believe his mental health became worse. They believe he convinced himself that he was protecting his family, protecting them from debt, from shame, from losing everything. In his broken mind, he believed killing them was the right thing to do. It is a disturbing idea, but investigators have never been able to figure it out. There was another mystery. Xavier had connections to a small religious group called the Magnificat Meal Movement. The Catholic Church later warned people about the group because of its extreme beliefs. Did those beliefs influence Xavier? Did someone encourage him? There is no proof, but the question has never disappeared. Then, in October 2019, almost 8 years after the murders, police arrested a man at Glasgow Airport in Scotland. He looked so much like Xavier that investigators believed the mystery was finally over. DNA tests were carried out immediately. News spread across Europe within hours. Then the results arrived. It was the wrong man. After 8 years, one face that looked similar was enough to fool investigators. It showed just how completely Xavier had disappeared, and how difficult it is to find someone who truly wants to disappear. This case is still open till date. Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès is still wanted. No one knows where he is. He could still be out there, or he could already be dead. No one knows. Right now, somewhere in the world, there could be a man sitting quietly in a church, smiling at the people around him, shaking hands, asking about their families. A man who seems kind, a man who seems friendly, a man no one would ever suspect. A man who went home one night in early April 2011 and made a choice that changed everything. 5 people who trusted him, 5 people who loved him, and they never saw it coming. To this day, no one knows what really happened to Xavier. Did he escape and start a new life? Did he take his own life? Or is he still hiding somewhere, watching the world search for him? Maybe one day, the truth will finally come out. But until then, the mystery of Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès remains one of France's most haunting unsolved cases.